weird it is, right? Ever since a few years since I was little, I've had these dreams. I don't want to call it nightmares or whatever, because some of them were pretty kind of horrible, and I'm kind of talking about them. I think I've kind of just grown attached. I've grown used to it. I've grown up with it. I've grown up on them, and it's like these familiar stories, but I know they're not stories. They're like more like memories. It's like you're dreaming, but you're not dreaming, because you know what they are. You know, it's kind of weird to say that shit, but it's true. Each time I have it, it comes a little bit clearer. And I knew it was clear in the beginning, but it comes a little bit clearer, and it moves forward in the story. It doesn't. It's like somebody said. Some people have recurring dreams all their lives, and I think that's one of it. It's like you have this recurring dream that you say to yourself, but it's more like a recurring story that doesn't just stop. Or I don't understand what this dream means, or what it is, but it's clear. It's like a narrative story. And it's like, okay, so this, and sometimes it checks out with the other people in your life. So that's kind of what it's scary about it. And it's not just about me. And it tells me this thing about how the world is not all that it seems. And I know that the world is not all that it seems to be. And it fits even in, like, the story fits neatly, but not as neatly as you would think. It's like, how do I say it? It's like going to work. You go to work every day. You you punch in, you punch out. You speak to people every single day. Something new kind of happens. But the new thing that happens isn't necessarily the old thing. It's a new old thing. Or the new thing. Right? But the new thing is part of the new old thing. A part of the old thing that's new. So I've always had this one story about my mother, and some of them about my father. I don't know, I guess you call it ancestral memory or some shit like that. And that's what I've been seeing. I haven't seen all of them. Maybe I won't. And I guess that's fine. And yeah, I know who I am in it. Because in the ones I'm talking about right now, I wasn't even born yet. And it wasn't my parents' fault. I know that for a fact. But I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so delicate with my mother and a little bit angry with my father without actually ever realizing it. Because sometimes, you know, when somebody does something to you without doing something to you, like, what the fuck weren't you there? Why the fuck did you distract me? Right? And I know I'm not aware of myself enough to be telling anybody this, or where I am to be saying this. But it's the truth. Maybe because I'm not aware of myself, I could say this shit right now. This shit right now, right? Would I ever be aware of myself to be able to say this shit right now? So yeah. I'm saying this shit right now. Because this is the shit that's coming up in my mind. Of who my mother was before she had me, and who my father was too. I'm glad they had me. Yeah. Practitioners are not supposed to know who they are in real life, aren't we? Why aren't we allowed to know who we are in real life? Why must we We are not allowed to be aware of ourselves the way that we should be aware of ourselves. For we are aware of ourselves and we will not be aware of ourselves. To be aware of ourselves is to be what? You see, like right there, I feel it in every part of me. I see it so clearly. I can see the sky, so blue, clouds so fluffy, palm trees.